He wanted to burn a village to the ground. A Samaritan town refuses to welcome Jesus, and John, along with his brother, turns and says, "Lord, do you want us to call down fire?" That's John. And here's the twist. The same man who asked for fire becomes the voice that writes, "God is love." Welcome to Bible in Focus. This is the Misfit 12, the disciples unfiltered, why Jesus chooses flawed people to carry a holy message. Episode 2, John, from fire to love. Before John is remembered as the disciple of love, he's a fisherman from Galilee, the son of Zebedee, the brother of James, two young men with intensity that fills a room. Jesus gives them a nickname, Sons of Thunder, because John doesn't just feel things, he strikes. Early on, that passion has a sharp edge. He sees someone casting out demons in Jesus' name, but the man isn't part of their circle. John says, "We tried to stop him." Jesus corrects him, "Don't stop him." John's problem isn't that he cares too little about Jesus' name, it's that he thinks he owns it. Then comes Samaria. The road is tense. The town shuts the door on Jesus. John's response isn't prayer, it's judgment. "Do you want us to call down fire?" And Jesus rebukes him. No revenge, no ego dressed up as zeal. So if John starts here, exclusive, reactive, ready to scorch the earth, how does he end up known for love? John doesn't change because someone gives him a motivational speech. He changes because he stays close to Jesus. John is part of the inner circle. When things get private, he's often there. He watches Jesus raise a little girl from death. He sees Jesus revealed in glory on the mountain. He watches Jesus in the garden, sweating, sorrowful, obedient, while everyone else can't stay awake. John sees power, but he also sees restraint. And restraint is the kind of strength John doesn't have, yet. Then another crack shows. John and James want the best seats in the kingdom, the right hand and the left. They're thinking thrones. Jesus is talking about a cross. Jesus asks, "Can you drink the cup I drink?" They answer yes, fast, because thunder always answers fast. They don't understand the cup isn't influence, it's suffering. And John's story turns at the cross. In John's gospel, when many scatter, John is there, close enough to see what love really costs. And Jesus, in pain, looks at his mother, then at John, and entrusts them to each other. That's Jesus saying, "This is my kingdom." A new family, held together by love. Not us versus them, not status, not revenge. Love that stays when everything is falling apart. After the resurrection, John's intensity doesn't disappear. It gets redirected. He still has fire, but now it's warmth, not destruction. He still has certainty, but now it's anchored in the one who walked out of a grave. That's why John's writing lands the way it does. In the Gospel of John, Jesus isn't just a teacher, he's the Word made flesh, light in the dark, life that death can't swallow. And in the letters of John, love is not a soft slogan. John says love obeys, love tells the truth. Love refuses to call darkness light just to keep the peace. So when John writes, "God is love," he's not handing you a feeling, he's handing you a person. Love with a spine, love that confronts, love that forgives, love that endures. And tradition says John lived long enough to become an elder voice, an intense young thunderstorm turned into something steady. He writes letters to churches, he warns against false teachers, he calls believers to walk in the light. But the fire is still there, it's just been transformed. The same passion that wanted to destroy now wants to protect. The same zeal that wanted to exclude now fights to include those who truly belong to Christ. John didn't lose his edge. He found its proper target. Not people who reject you, not outsiders who don't fit your mold. The real enemy, darkness itself, lies, death, sin. And here's what makes John's transformation so powerful. He doesn't just write about love as theory. He writes as someone who lived with love himself. When John says, "We have seen with our eyes, touched with our hands," that's not poetry, that's memory. He leaned against Jesus at the Last Supper. He stood at the foot of the cross. He ran to the empty tomb. John knows love because he watched it bleed. And that changes everything. Because now when John writes, "Little children, love one another," It's not a gentle old man being sentimental. It's a son of thunder who learned the hard way that love is the only force strong enough to change the world. So here's the mirror for us. Some of us talk about truth and forget love. Some of us talk about love and dodge truth. John forces you to hold both because Jesus held both. Jesus doesn't heal John by turning his passion off. He redeems it. He takes the thunder and aims it at darkness, not people. So let me ask you, where are you trying to cool down fire right now? Who have you written off because they didn't welcome you, or agree with you, or belong to your circle? John's story says Jesus can take a heart that's intense, reactive, and tribal and teach it to love like him. Not weak love, not passive love, love that's been through fire and came out refined. This is the Misfit 12, the disciples unfiltered. Next time, James, John's brother, another son of thunder, and a story that ends sooner than you expect. Subscribe to Bible in Focus, and I'll see you in the next story.